Hi everybody, and welcome to video 2 in our Autumn Fairies series. Now, this series is part of the larger series of fairy books that we did last year, and the autumn kit just came out too late in the year to do the autumn book then, so we're going to do the autumn book now. It's the end of August, the beginning of August. This will air the end of August, the beginning of September, so or the beginning of September, so that should be perfect timing. Okay, so now in video 1 we went through the kit papers and got a general overview, and we also looked at the project and how we were going to do it, and then we made page 1 of the first signature. I liked it so much. After the video, I'm looking at it, I'm like, do I want that to be the cover? Should I cut that apart, here, and make it the cover? And I thought about it, and I was like, no, I'll use my autumn scenery and use that. So today we're going to do pages 2 and 3. Okay, the next two. Page 2 is going to be simple but kind of fun. We've got these 2 pieces of ephemera that are the same size and shape. They both have little fairies on them. We have this large card, and we have this, which is all this has been inked, okay, and then this is our paper. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to take, and we have some colored small brads. So all we're going to do is take these 2 and put them on here so that they hold the card in. And then all you have to do is either slide the card out, or you can turn one of them, or both, like so, and then slide the card out. All right, you guys ready? So this shouldn't be hard at all. We're going to take the 2 pieces of ephemera, and we're going to line them up together. They're supposed to be exactly the same. We're going to line them up together. Actually, we're going to turn one upside down. We were going to do it side by side, then we would punch them at the same end. And we're going to take our crocodile, because otherwise this will not, one would be right side up and one would be upside down. We don't want that. And we're going to use the smallest hole punch, and I'm going to use this little area right here where the 2 little crisscross come together, and I'm going to punch the hole right there. Okay, then we're going to take and we're going to measure where we want them to be. So this one's going to be here. Nope. This one's going to be here. Yeah, and this one's going to be here. And I want to see these butterflies while this one is on here. So I want to line this one up over here, even though so now I can put it farther down if I need to. And then I can put this one right here. I should move this one down farther. Well, it looks like we're going to cover up part of this butterfly. Let's do this. Let's find our center. Okay, so here's our center here. It's a 2.5 and like this weird little 16th or something. It's going to be 2.5 and a 1/16. And so we're going to draw this dot here, and then very lightly we're going to draw a line from here to here, so we've got our centers lined up. Well, it doesn't look right, does it? Why does this not look the same? Let's try it again. It's 5.5. It won't be 5.5 because we had the borders. So 2.5 and 2.5 is 5. Okay. That just seems over too far to be the center. 2.5. Oh, because that's 2 3/4. So it's a little bit more than 2.5. Let's go with 2 5/8. And then 2 5/8. Now when we draw the line, it should be straight. Let's draw a thin line. Then we're going to measure up and down. So we're going to go let's go 3/4 of an inch. Go in 3/4 of an inch. That means the top will be here. One, two, three, and the bottom will be here. I think that will work fine. Okay, so we're going to go in 3/4 of an inch on our line. Me 1 2 3, so we're going to put a dot right there, and then 1 2 3, and we're going to put a dot right there. That's where we're going to make our holes. So now we can erase our really light line that we put on here. No one will ever know that it existed, and no one will know about the dots because we're going to punch the holes out right there, and that will punch out the dots. Okay? And the reason it looks funny is because there's all this stuff down here, and this is sitting in the middle of nothing. Okay? And I like the fact that this card has butterflies on it, and then this paper has butterflies as well. So I like that. And I think that we might put some triple thick glaze on them and make them a little shiny. And when you put the triple thick on as a glaze and not like super thick not as super thick. I just move this. What am I trying to say? Glossy accents. Then it dries fairly quickly. Okay. So now we're going to open our brads, and I don't want the gold, it's too bright. And so I think what I don't want the colored ones, they're too bright. I think I want a couple of these, kind of a brass, no, kind of a brownish color. So we'll get 2 of these out. And zip our bag back up. We got these, of course, from BB Craft. It's BEEBEECRAFT, all one word, .com. If you use the code, I think it's Terry10, you'll get 10% off your order. Okay, so we're just going to put this through the hole, put it through this hole, and then we're just going to open it up. And then push it down so that it puts it on tight enough that it doesn't leave a lump. Let's see if I can do this. Just don't really want to go flat. See, they have too much wiggle. There we go. I mean, we're going to be able to turn it, but we just don't want it super loose. Okay, let's tape it. Keep it from spinning around. Before we put it in the book, we're going to want to put the triple thick on the butterflies, and probably the fairy wings too. I did that upside down. Darn it. I had the paper upside down, so I put the top one on the bottom. So this is the top one. And we'll put these back out. Push it down in the center to kind of make sure it's as flat as it's going to go. Grab our piece of tape again. Tape it down. Now we've got the right one on the top. And put this one at the bottom. I think these are so cute. Now I could have backed these with some cardstock to make them a little stiffer, but I decided I didn't want to cut it out. So we'll see. But it's just holding the card in. And we should be able to get this flat enough and tight enough for it to work. Okay, so we've got this like this like this, and this like this. The reason I'm putting it this way is because I can kind of push it down a little bit towards the bottom, and that makes it hold a little bit better. So our triple thick, let me grab that. Do with it. Oh, it's up there. Let me get the paintbrush then. Okay, and triple thick. It's made by Deco Art, and it's the Americana triple thick brilliant brush on gloss glaze. And I got this 8-ounce jar for under $10, and it lasts forever, especially the way I'm going to use it, which is thin. Use a piece of that Stick It saran wrap stuff, put it across there so it doesn't stick your lid shut. This works as a glue as well, like Glossy Accents does. Don't use it for a glue. You got plenty of glues. There's no reason to use it as a glue. I'm doing this before I'm putting it in the book. Let's turn this in just a little bit. There we go. And you just brush it on. And it will make like a sheen on there. If you brush it on thicker, then it does a thicker, glossier shine, which I don't think we need. And this will dry fairly quick because we're not putting it on very thick at all. We're going to put it on the butterfly wings. The fairy wings. The butterfly wings on the page. The fairy wings on the flip thingies. I just stuck my fingers right in that one. And I missed that one altogether. And it brings the color out. It makes it darker and richer, and I think we need that with these papers. I got my feet on my new footrest. Got it at Temu. Seems to work pretty good. Okay, fairy wings. I think that was it for this card. And we'll let it sit and dry. We're going to do the wings on this butterfly. Wings on the fairy. Wings on this fairy. Now you know this means we've got a theme. Okay, I'm not doing the whole fairy, so we don't have to do the whole fairy all the way through, just the fairy wings. And we'll have to do it on that front page as well, page number 1. Let me do the wings on this butterfly. And so we're not going to glue this in until it's dry. And it doesn't take that long, like I said. It takes a lot less time than Glossy Accents, because Glossy Accents is a lot thicker. I almost said are. Glossy Accents are a lot thicker. But you would think that would be right because of the S on Glossy Accents, but really Glossy Accents is a name, And we're talking about a singular jar. There's your English lesson for the day. In case I'm wrong, or unless I'm wrong. It's probably R. R. Okay, so I'm going to put these up here to dry. I'd like to be able to use some of the vine, that gold vine on the page, but I really don't see how or where. So that's that page. Let me get page number 1. Let's do these butterflies real quick. Get the wings. And the fairy. Not the boat that you use to cross the sound, but a fairy, little enchanting little person. And there's fae women and fae men. There's some men in this kit, I believe. But I don't know if you can see this on camera, but in person, like I said, it brings the colors out, makes them stand out. Let's do his little body. So we'll do all these little guys, and then we'll go on to page 2 while this is drying. So the the story of the ant bites is on the Keeper of the Forest folio video set. That's through the Ko-Fi or coffee shop. So if you go over there, and that's ko-fi.com/Sweet Pea Papers, there's all kinds of tutorials that you can buy or become a member, a silver member, which isn't very expensive at all, and you get access to all of those extra videos. I'm trying to put up 2 big ones a month that you won't get through YouTube. They're not free. And I told the story of the flea bites, singular flea, in those videos. There's a Keeper of the Woods hardcover journal, and it's gorgeous, if I do say so myself. And then there's a Keeper of the Woods folio that's a partner to it. They're not selling together, though. They're selling separately. Like I said, you can get a silver membership and see all those videos for free. And you get a 20% discount in the shop. And if you're a bronze member, you get a 10% discount on everything in the shop. Journals included. So it's well worth your while. Okay, I think that's everything on there. Oh, I only did half of this butterfly. That's kind of funny. This will also kind of puffy up your paper on your inkjet prints, because these are not waterproof. So, and then we'll look at our 3rd page and see what we need to do there. No, we don't need the brads right now. Page 3. Let me set this to the side now too. Page 3, we're going to use our envelope punch board. I had a friend, Janet from Australia. She came here to craft with me. She came to visit her son, and it ended up that her son, she emailed me to see where I lived, and I just happened to live right up the street from her son. I don't know what the odds of that are, but anyway, we crafted. Let's see. I can never read these little numbers in the blue area. 2 and... Alright, let's do 3 by 3.5. So we need papers 5 and 3/4 by 5 and 3/4. These are printed on both sides. I want to do the next one up. That is 6 by 6. I just can't read that. Not for sure. There it is. When you need help seeing, it helps to have your magnifier. Three by 6. Nope. 3 by 5. 6 3/4 by 6 3/4. So 6 3/4. By 6 3/4. One. We're going to make 2 of the envelopes. The reason I made it a little bit bigger is, as we all know, on our paper trimmers, the right around the 6-inch mark somewhere, give or take a little, is where your guessing area appears, where you have to kind of guess at how big your paper is. Okay. And you want to do this on the side that's easier to see. Let me see. And that's 2 3/4. I need to find somewhere to keep that over here. Well, I'll put it back where it was. It's just in the drawer. Oh, and I totally forgot what I was doing. Two 3/4. So you're going to take this paper and you're going to find the 2 3/4 along here, 2 3/4. I'm going to punch a hole, or a notch actually. And get this little bone folder, and you're going to mark right along the score line. Right up into there. Now you're going to take and turn your paper. You don't need to look at this anymore. And turn your paper, and right along the score line, you're going to line it up. Goodness. With this little point. Let's make it deeper. So I can see it better. Okay, let me turn it this way. And you line it up. And then you line this up. And then you make your score. Which you're doing really hard this time, so we can see what we're doing. And I'm actually having to tip my head sideways so that I can see the score line. And we're going to line the score line up with the point. Punch our hole. Now remember, we're making a rectangular envelope. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm going to be very upset. Did I make the punch? Okay. On this last one, line it up. Oh, look at that. You have to be careful not to tear the paper. Okay. And all we have to do is fold along the score lines. Oh, I can't believe I did it. It's beautiful. Okay. And then we fold this down and we have our beautiful envelope. Look at that. We won't see this side, but we'll see this side. Okay, now I don't want this pointed up that far. So I'm going to make a little mark. Do I want to make it right where that is? Right here. Right here. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to fold it over to where it's folded straight across those two lines. And then when we do our gluing, we're going to glue that down. I saw that in one of the Out with the Bang Last Days of Summer collaboration. Mandy and from Sunflowers Indoors and Susan from Susan's Papers. Anyway, if you go to YouTube and look up the hashtag JJII out with a bang, you'll find all the videos. This is just either the end of August or the beginning of September, so you'll get to see all of the end of summer little projects. Of course, you can do them with any paper you want, and a lot of people did. But there's 2 kits also available if you're looking at this before September. The 2 kits, one from Mandy and one from Susan, are going to be 50% off. And I believe the code is out with a bang 50. But the Etsy shops are below every one of the videos in the Out with the Bang series. Now see how much better that looks. Okay, and this of course was printed on 2 sides. Let's fold it back. We're going to ink it. Should have inked it first, huh? That wasn't so bad. Would have inked these though. That's okay. Normally we would ink all around here, but we're not going to. We're going to put this in our envelope punch board again. I believe it was 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, wasn't it? I mean, the number we used was 2 3/4. Yeah. So score our line really dark so that we can see it really well. They both just happen to be printed the same on the back. They don't have to be. In fact, I kind of wish they hadn't. I'm going to punch it. We're going to turn it so the line is lined up with here. Punch it. I'm going to score it. We're going to line this up with the line, punch it, and we're going to score it. I just want you to know it's the first time that any rectangle one has actually come out for me. So I'm very excited. Now, even though we wanted them to be inked, and I didn't round the corners, but I could still round the point. Forgot to do that. should be lined right up with that. Okay. So now we want these to match. So we're going to fold these in. Yeah, this looks a little crooked. Fold this up. Let's make our little mark. I should have put it on here. I'm going to fold this. Okay, and we'll glue this, even though we should have inked it, but we didn't ink the other one. So we're not going to ink this one. And remember, you want to glue the flap down. Is this the big end? They're both equal. Okay. Okay, so we're going to glue this one down. Fold this up and glue this one up right along here. Then we're going to go, oh no, we forgot to ink. Oh, I burned my mouth on the coffee this morning. Anyway, back to the flea story. I was scratching Oz on his tummy, and I saw a flea. I'm like, oh no, a flea. So I put his flea medicine on him, which I don't need to do on a regular basis. He's 13 and he's only had one other flea. So, yeah, I put the flea medicine on him. I spray, for the fleas, because thinking that, one flea means more fleas. And the next day, apparently they all ran off the dog, but it was only one. One flea bit me. I bet I had 100 bites. Never found any other fleas in the bedding, because we sit on the bed couch in the living room, because this craft room used to be my bedroom. So I made my twin bed into a day couch, like a day bed to sit on. And so I cleaned that all up. I washed the sheets in hot water. I sprayed everything, all that good stuff. Never saw another flea on us. All of a sudden, I have probably 100 bites all over my arms, my legs, my ankles. Oh my gosh. So I had sprayed the carpet too, like you do. And once saw one flea on me. That was it. But I was ravaged, and I had so many bites. I wasn't feeling well. and it was like I was having a reaction, and so I put calamine lotion on, pink stuff from your childhood. Okay. But I had to put it on with a sponge. Do you know what I mean? Like slather it on. It was insane. Let's make sure this is still... So I'd like to do these pumpkins and these little butterflies, or should I just do the butterflies? I'd like to do the pumpkins too. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these on the page. We're going to overlap them so that you can still see the pumpkins. So we're going to put this one at the bottom of the page. And then we will glue this one which is a little narrower. Go figure. Anyway, we'll glue this one here at the bottom. Then we'll glue this one where the little flap, right, will hold this shut. So right under the pumpkins. So I'm going to make a mark where I want to line it up when I glue it. Probably shouldn't have made it that dark, because we have to glue this one on first. So we just take this and we glue it on like so. But I had to slather the calamine lotion on with a sponge. And then Janet came over the next day, and I was completely covered pink with my arms and my legs. It was really funny. I was like, I'd like to explain. Okay. So I want to put it in the middle. And we'll put this one at the bottom. Now we want to, oh, what am I doing? I wanted to glue this on as a pocket. Sorry about that. So we glue this on as a pocket. Silly me. Get the glue off. Don't erase your line. If you accidentally did this, if you were following along, like pausing and doing and pausing and doing, don't do that with me. Watch it through once first. Okay. Glue this on as a pocket in the center. Top at the line. We're going to glue this one as a pocket. So I'll find cards or make cards, one to put in here, one to put between these two. And remember, this one's a little bigger than that one, so we want to make sure that it's centered where it looks like we did it on purpose. We always have to look intentional. Okay, then to hold this down, I'm going to take some of this, I think. Where is the end of it? Wow. Oh, it was caught on the paper clip that was holding the acetate together. Boy, I had a mess. Yeah, a couple of them are still damp, but as long as I set them out of the way. So then we're just going to put a piece of this across here, down far enough. And of course we won't glue it where this is. And we'll use that to hold the envelope tip down. How do you like them cookies? I saw this little closure like this in that Out with a Bang summer thing. JJII, Out with a Bang. And I thought it was pretty neato. Let me make sure that I have this correctly. Or correct, I guess is the word. And I left the area in the center here clear of glue, no glue. You don't want to slide it too far to line it up, or you'll drag glue over where you want to put your envelope tip. And also on that very first page, on page 1, I put the vine on upside down. So it's growing down. Darn it, it's growing downward instead of upward. Which is fine. Vines grow both ways. But in my mind, it's backwards. I can't believe I got that envelope punch board to work. I can't believe it worked. Now I can use it all the time. So then we'll just tuck this under here. Ooh, barely. Let's see if this is still wet enough that I can move it up a little bit. Okay, so if you make sure the leaf is up, then it's not too far down. Okay, and we'll find 2 cards. almost out of time. A couple here. And one for up here. And then we'll take and we'll put the triple thick glaze, and we'll ink these. I might even, yeah, I'm gonna put this one over so you can see the pumpkins. Now glaze the pumpkins, and then to make it look consistent, I'll probably glaze these pumpkins as well. And remember, then we'll ink these three, and then we'll be done. Once everything is dry on this one and this one, and then page 1, then we can put these two in the book under pages 2 and 3. Okay, well, I think that worked out well. I think they turned out nice. So I will see you in the next video, and we'll do pages 4 and 5. That's what I'm hoping. And well, yeah, we'll get those two done. Okay, all right, I'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out. Bye bye.